night. The eThekwini Municipality has welcomed President Ramaphosa's decision to curb the spread of the coronavirus. Beachgoers have been flocking to beaches, making the most of their final day out on the beach before restrictions kick in on Wednesday. KwaZulu-Natal is one of the 3 COVID-19 hotspots in the country, and its beaches and public parks will close during peak season until the 3rd of January.
Yeah, I think we must acknowledge and welcome the measures that have been announced by the president to make sure that our visitors and ordinary people of Durban abide by the COVID-19 protocols, because they seek to balance our effort to revive the tourism industry, but also to save the lives of our tourists and residents. So we really applaud this decision. But you are saying that Durban is ready and open for business. We are ready to welcome our visitors within the confines of the strict COVID-19 protocols.
The municipality says although it is concerned with the rapid spread of the virus, it will increase its drive to promote awareness.
Ngazizwa kabuhlungu because iyona ndlela thina abadayisi esiphila ngayo lana and esivalelekile kakhulu ngeCovid sabhalisa saphinda 3 times kodwa still namanje asikaze sithole lutho bese sijabula sibona uhulumeni eliqekisa ilizwe sesithi sesizokwazi ukuthi sikwazi ukufida abantwana kodwa still kwamanje akwenzeki lutho.
And for more on the story now, I'm joined by our reporter, Bonga Dlulane, who joins us live from Durban. Bonga, of course, certainly it looks like it has been somewhat of a busy time for you there. While beachgoers enjoy some fun in the sun, it's also important that they maintain safety measures where they are. Are they adhering to regulations?
Afternoon, evening, Bongi. Sorry for that. Yes, it's been a long day here at the beach, trying to understand and also observing people who have come to swim. And also, not only that, others have come here for the restaurants, while others are just beginning to start their night. What I've seen, Bongi, it's impossible if you're going to go inside the water to maintain social distancing standards. It's impossible to wear a mask. I've been talking to people trying to understand what they're trying to do. How are they observing these protocols at the same time having a good time? But what we've seen today is that if you're out of the water, people are also not wearing masks, they're not social distancing, they're basically having a good time because they've been allowed outside. I want to bring in some young people here who were at the beach. It's closed now, it's 6 p.m. I want to understand their side of the story. Wendy, thank you for talking to me. Where are you from and what do you come to the beach and how do you feel about COVID-19?
I feel good. And I stay in Umbilo. I came here to have fun. But yeah, it's quite difficult for us to have like the social distancing and all that. And the masks, we can't swim with the mask on. So even if I go in, it's going to come in. And the COVID-19 stuff, it's terrible because there's a new virus that I heard about.
It's a strain of
yeah,
virus,
yeah. So like it's difficult now, we're scared. And like we had to keep on like everything. Yeah, but it's fun. At the same time, it's terrible.
Thank you very much, Wendy. I'm going to move on to someone else now who's just here next to me too. You're also a young person. You heard your former young person saying they're scared. Are you also concerned? Are you protesting any social distancing, any regulations following, or are you just having fun?
No, it's hard to swim and have fun in this COVID-19 because you can't be free because you have to do social distancing, no masks, and everyone is going and keep on touching you, and you don't feel safe in front of the people, so it's difficult to have fun and be safe at the same time.
Do you think government should rather close beaches then, or do you want them open?
No, it should have limited people. The beaches should have limited people, and people just like to express themselves using hands and keep on touching you, so it's gross. It's just disgusting.
You heard it for yourself there, Bongi, where these 2 young people. I want to bring in someone older now who's also here because I want to get his take as to what's going on, how is he here, how long is he here for Boutique. Thank you for joining me.
My name is Joy.
Joy, tell me about your experience. Where are you from? Why are you here? Aren't you worried about this new strain of COVID-19?
Okay, I'm originally from Pretoria, but currently I'm staying here in Durban. Basically, what brought me here, I was in town doing some things. I saw a video doing the rounds on WhatsApp of the beach and everything packed. So I wasn't sure if it was an old video or a new one. So I was just passing just to see if people are adhering to, safety regulations that the government has put. So looking around, it's not all that, good, but it's better than what I saw on the TV. So basically I was just passing by just to see how things are. But I think a lot of people are still not wearing masks. A lot of people, and I think we need to be very careful because this is a second wave. If you're not careful, there'll be more deaths that will come. So I think also just to do my part, to maybe educate as many people as possible to say, look, this thing is still here. We still need to do social distancing. And when the president says to us, we must wear masks, we must sanitize, we must refrain from this big event, it's not only for his own good, it is for us. This is a disease that if you don't take care of yourself.
But how do you balance having fun and also that? I mean, young people here, you say them, they're frustrated, they've been writing matric, they want to have fun. How do you balance those two?
Well, what I could say is that you also need to understand that your life is more important. Fun, you can have fun 5 years from now, 10 years from now. If the government is saying to us, let's hold back for now, it's not to say we're never going to have fun. So if I'm a parent and I advise you to say, look, would you rather at least not have fun for this December, but have 60 more Decembers that you can have fun, than have fun now and maybe this is the last fun you'll ever have. So I think, yes, we have to balance that. They want some fun, but let's also understand that this might not be the last December, that they'll have fun. They can pass through this one. There'll be many more others. There'll be many more other opportunities for them to have fun. So let's adhere to the strict regulations and make sure that we live another 50 or 60 more years.
Some sobering thoughts there, Bongi. You were basically a gentleman saying that while it's important to have fun, fun cannot exceed the fact that we have to protect ourselves, we have to protect other people by wearing a mask, by adhering to social distancing standards. As you can see, the beach is winding down, but places such as this one behind me are starting to fill up because that's what people do. When the beach is closed, they want to dance and they go to restaurants.
And Bonga, when people are going to these restaurants and the way that you've been observing the situation there throughout the day, are they adhering to safety protocols? Because I heard two of the people you were interviewing there, those young people, are talking about how difficult it is for safety protocols to be observed.
Bongi, I want to tell you, we tried going inside one of these restaurants, 3 either, so that we can shoot inside, maybe interview some patrons, but the managers were very skeptical because I think they were trying to think that we're trying to catch them out, or they didn't want us to see something they were doing that they were not supposed to be doing. But if you go and you see, people are filling up. You must remember that there's a certain number of people that can gather inside. I think it's 100, and also it cannot exceed that. Regulations stipulate that people must social distance, sanitize, but what we've been observing is that a lot of people are inside, there's not much social distancing, and also when you go inside the restaurant, while you can suppose wear your mask, you can take it off because people want to eat, they want to drink. So those things are not being done inside the restaurant. But at the same time, the manager has been talking to us off camera saying that they understand the regulations, they're not flouting them, but they're very, very wary of coming on camera and allowing us to monitor while we're inside their establishment. So it's a situation where you have to take them on their word, but when you're seeing with your eyes, it's a different story.
And what is the presence of law enforcement authorities like on the ground?
It's very strict, it's very visible. You can see now at the beach, I'm just going to ask my colleague, Lungela, just to pan, just at the beach, it's already closed because it's 6 p.m. No one is in the water. The securities, the police, Metro Police, they ensured that everyone who was in there is out of the beach by 6 o'clock now. So you can tell that they're doing their job to ensure that the regulations are followed. The beach is closed 6 p.m. sharp. There's no one in the water inside. While people are still on the promenade, that's what they're trying to maintain, that you can't be swimming though. And also people have to start packing up, have to leave their camp chairs, everything that they have, because that's what the rules say. You cannot gather here also as a large group. You can walk, you can cycle, but at a certain time, it cannot be a large group. So those kind of things are being implemented. Visible police, other than food, whether in their vehicles, but we've been seeing them, a contingent of them in the basically doing their job. And also security is heavy at the beach. And you could see just behind me that while the beach is empty, it's starting now to fill in places that they can have fun until 10 p.m., which is when the restaurants have to close and people have to go home because the curfew has already kicked in.
All right, it certainly looks like it might be a busy evening there for you, Bonga. That was Newzroom Afrika reporter Bonga Dlulane coming to us from one of those beaches there in Durban.